The Sunday Business Page is brought to you by Fragasso Financial Advisors. We guide for life.
Good morning, I'm John Delano. Welcome to the Sunday Business Page. This morning, why McKeesport is back on the move and how the former Daily News building will be the center of economic renewal. Mayor Michael Shrepko and State Senator Jim Brewster have a story of hope in the Mon Valley. Then, how the University of Pittsburgh combines the brain power of its Katz Graduate School of Business and its medical center to help healthcare managers make the best executive decisions. Dr. Carrie Liano tells us about a new program, the EMBAH for graduate students. And then why nonprofit organizations may not be prepared for the retirement of baby boomers. Robert Morris University's Dr. Carrie Tancrader will also share her thoughts on the special challenges that women face in the workplace, including pay equity. It's all next right here on the Sunday Business Page.
This is the Sunday Business Page on KDKA TV.
And a very good morning to you. Thanks for spending part of your Sunday morning with us. McKeesport, Pennsylvania was once a thriving community, but for years it's been battling loss of population, businesses, and even hope. This month, McKeesport took a big step on the road to economic recovery. As KDKA's John Shumway reports, the new Tube City Center for Business and Innovation held its grand opening. And what better place for this center than the former McKeesport Daily News building, a landmark in Central Park of that community.
And 1, 2, 3.
This was a good day in McKeesport, a town that has seen its share of cloudy days. But today, a building that kept McKeesport informed for 130 years has been reborn.
I think with this opening up and some of the other things that are going to happen around it, truly are going to let people know that there's hope and that our better days lie ahead of us.
The mayor has reason for that optimism. The old Daily News building is now the home of 5 entities, including the district attorney's Mon Valley Support Center.
30 communities are going to come through this location.
The prosecutors here will work with local police to better streamline the justice system and the systems at the DA's disposal.
Every police officer who wants to be trained in these areas, we're going to make them better police officers in that regard.
And it gives those dealing with the justice system a place to come that's close to home. Meanwhile, upstairs in the Center for Media Innovation at Point Park University, the idea
is to help the residents of McKeesport tell their own stories. So that may be learning photography, learning how to do an interview, learning how to write a story.
Journalist in training Isaiah Johnson tells me that the center has given him a way to shed his shyness.
Being able to be myself every time I do it. And I meet so many different characters of people. Some people are shy, some people are outgoing, some people will tell you their whole life story.
Tube City Media, the Mon Valley Independent, and Flashover Fire Apparatus round out the initial tenets restoring life here.
In the Valley, we're used to celebrating small wins, but here we're celebrating a really big one.
So the building is being operated by the city of McKeesport, but the mayor points out it's not draining tax dollars. In fact, he says, just from the tenants they already have, it is self-supporting, and there's room for more. In McKeesport, John Shumway, KDKA News.
We're so pleased to welcome McKeesport Mayor Michael Shrepko and State Senator Jim Brewster, a former mayor, to the Sunday Business Page. Senator Brewster, you were mayor, I guess, just before Mayor Shrepko. And they're here to tell us more about the Tube City Center for Business and Innovation. Gentlemen, welcome to the show. Congratulations.
Thank you, John.
Thank you. It's good to have you on the show. Tube City, where does that name come from, Mayor?
Well, I think, the National Tube Works that we had here in downtown McKeesport that employed over 10,000 people at one time. I think, that's where the city got its nickname. I think it's been a rich tradition of middle-class, hardworking people that we've had in town. It's something that we want to continue. When we had the opportunity to come up with a name for this building, we really felt that it was appropriate to get the Tube City name as part of the name of this building because we know where we've come from. We know as we're moving ahead and the good things that are going to happen. And we have Dorabon as well, which is producing still as well, the piping for the Marcellus industry right here in town as well.
Good. Senator, the loss of the McKeesport Daily News, that was a big loss, a big hit for not just McKeesport, but for the entire Mon Valley. repurposing and reusing. How did that idea come about, that building?
Well, it really, I call it like the perfect storm. I had the opportunity to work with Mr. Scaife before he passed away when he bought the Daily News. And at the end, when he passed away, then Total Trib Media started to retool their business. And I was fortunate enough to meet Jennifer Bertetto, and I want to give her a lot of credit, the new CEO of Trib Total Media. And we struck a conversation about the building, and she didn't want to see it demolished or torn down or anything. And I said, well, gee, if we could get into the hands of the city, maybe we can get some tenants in. Our game plan was always to get another newspaper in, even if it was just a couple of days a week. Right. She actually embraced that idea. Of course, I needed a mayor that was a risk taker, so of course I went to the obvious mayor and said, how do you feel about taking a building over if we can get it? He agreed. There's risk associated with that, but we wanted to maintain the integrity of the building, the historical integrity of it, and that's why you still see the Daily News sign. And the Trib was gracious enough to turn the building over for $1.
You bought the building for $1.
Yeah, we fought over who was going to pay the buck. That's still on the table, but I give them a lot of credit because they understand the value of the existing value of the print media.
Right, and that's part of what you have in there. Is it the Independent? Is that what it's called?
Mon Valley Independent.
Mon Valley. So tell me a little bit more, Mayor, about what's in there, Mike.
Well, I think we have the Mon Valley Independent will now look to cover more stories down in our particular area, in the McKeesport area. They've been at the other end of the valley covering the majority, but they have had a presence in the city of McKeesport for the last few years. So to have them in there.
Are they a weekly paper?
Yes, they're every daily paper.
Oh, daily?
Yeah, it's a daily paper, and to have them come in and help us get some of the good information out, in order to market the city and let people know some of the great things that are going on in the city, I think it's going to be truly a blessing to have them in there to help with some of the other entities that have been helping us since the closing of the Daily News.
Jim, at one time, McKeesport, I mean, I don't know what the height of the population. You must have had 40, 40.
It was between 40 and 50,000. And after 1982, 83, and
the closing of the mills,
it really hurt the whole Mon Valley. And John, that's the point I wanted to make. This building really is something that the whole Mon Valley will benefit from. I mean, District Attorney Sapel and I have been working on getting some presence in the Mon Valley. And he was a perfect tenant. When I called him up and said, "Gee, I think we have a building for you." Well, now he'll service 30 communities that will come into McKeesport.
We only have about 45 seconds left, but there is space in that building. So give me your pitch to the folks watching. If anybody wants to locate there, how do they get in contact? What should they do?
Well, I think the best way at this point is get in touch with me in the mayor's office. We have other tenants in there, Tube City Online, who's really been doing a great job of trying to get information out there through social media, the district attorney's office, and the opportunity to service all the other communities, and a couple other tenants, Point Park University. It's really a collaborative effort, and I think we put it Tube City Center for Innovation and Business because there's really a lot of things going to happen in this particular area. We have buildings next to us that have been vacant across the street.
Low rent?
Yes, we have plans in place for them as well. We have a parking garage. We just received multimodal funding to help renovate a parking garage as well. So the transportation center is just 100 yards away. There's a lot of really good things going on. So
sounds like great opportunity, folks. So give the mayor a call. Mayor Mike Cherepko, nice to have you on. Jim Brewster, State Senator. Always a pleasure to see you guys. Thank you, and congratulations on your project.
Thank you, John.
When the Sunday Business Page continues, how the University of Pittsburgh is using business and medicine expertise to teach the students the most effective ways to deliver healthcare services. The story of the EMBAH, that's a lot of letters, graduate degree. Stick with us.